While most Windows computers will have Windows pre-installed, it's generally considered a good idea to create self-booting recovery media in case at some point in the future Windows fails to boot, encounters a major system error, or requires a clean reinstall. So in this video, we're going to walk through the process for making a Windows installer disk. While there are a number of ways we can make an installer disk for Windows, we're going to use a USB flash drive and an application called Rufus. This is because not only is Rufus free to use, it also happens to be the simplest way we can make a self-booting USB flash drive that will use a custom build of the Windows installer, which means that we can create recovery media that can do things like allow Windows 11 to be installed on older unsupported hardware, or allow us to set up Windows using a local user account rather than having to use a Microsoft account. The first thing that we need to do is download a copy of Rufus. So from the Rufus website, we're going to find and download the latest version. We will also need to download an ISO copy of Windows 11, which we can do by first searching for Microsoft Windows 11 download, and then clicking on the Microsoft web page to download Windows 11. On the download page, we now need to scroll down through the list of options until we get to the heading Download Windows 11 Disk Image ISO 4x64 Devices. In the drop-down box, we now need to select Windows 11 Multi-Edition and confirm that we want to download it. After selecting the language version of Windows that we wish to use and clicking Confirm, we're informed that we have 24 hours to download our copy of Windows. Finally, by clicking 64-bit download, an ISO image of Windows will be downloaded to our computer. While we wait, it's worth noting that the copy of Windows that we're downloading, while legal, is not licensed. However, as a lot of manufacturers now embed a Windows license key into the UEFI BIOS of your computer's motherboard, unless you have a DIY computer, more than likely, if you ever need to reinstall Windows using this download, Windows should auto-detect and use your computer's existing Windows license. However, for any self-built Windows computers, you will need to note down the Windows 11 product key for that computer before you try and reinstall Windows. If we close our browser and navigate to Downloads, as Rufus is a pre-compiled application, it does not need to be installed onto our computer, so will simply run when opened. However, you may be prompted to enter a password for user account control. With Rufus open, we can insert a USB flash drive into our computer. This drive should be 16 GB or higher, and we recommend that you use a USB 3.1 drive, as this will support faster data transfer speeds so Windows can be installed faster. Within Rufus, if we look in Device, we should see the name of the blank USB flash drive that we've just connected to our computer. Then, as we will be using a Windows ISO, in Boot Selection we need to leave it on its default, which is Disk or ISO Image. We now need to choose Select and locate our ISO image for Windows 11. While the downloaded copy of Windows will be in our Downloads folder, a quirk with this computer is that File Explorer is looking in the wrong user profile for the Downloads folder. So we will need to manually navigate to the correct user profile and then select the ISO we just downloaded. Next, we need to decide if we want to create a standard Windows installation or a Windows to Go, which is a fully functioning instance of the Windows environment that is installed and booted from our USB drive. As we want to create installation media, we're going to choose Standard Windows Installation. We're now ready to create our self-booting flash drive. However, there are some additional settings that we can enable. So if we click Start, we're presented with a number of options that will allow us to customize the Windows install. While the options that you enable will be down to personal preference, we like to leave the first two options ticked as not only will they help us with installing Windows on unsupported hardware, they will also remove the requirement to use a Microsoft account in order to set up Windows. As for the other settings, that will be down to personal preference. However, disabling BitLocker automatic device encryption should make the initial installation of Windows faster, and we always like to tick the Disable Data Collection option. After clicking OK, we're informed that our memory stick will be wiped, which will require that we confirm that we wish to continue. We now need to wait for around 7 minutes for our bootable Windows flash drive to be created. When the green status bar reports ready, we can remove the flash drive from our computer and close down Rufus. As we now have a self-booting flash drive that contains a copy of Windows 11, let's test that it works. In order to get a PC to boot from a USB flash drive, you may need to check with the manufacturer of your computer as to which hotkeys will display a boot menu. However, the usual suspects for loading the boot menu are either F12, F2, Escape, or in some instances Delete. So with our computer powered down, if we plug in our self-booting USB flash drive and then power on our computer, by repeatedly pressing the boot menu hotkey for our computer, which in this case is F12, eventually a boot menu will appear. However, if it does not, and you see the Windows sign-in screen, you missed the window for activating the boot menu, so you will need to power down your computer and try again. Unfortunately, we were not able to capture the boot menu from our laptop. So to give you an idea of what a typical boot menu should look like, we're going to use one from a desktop computer. Within the boot menu, you should find a reference to your USB flash drive and its copy of the Windows installer, along with the various drives in your computer. So using the cursor keys, we can select the drive that we want our computer to try and boot. Just remember that the USB flash drive we made using Rufus is for installing Windows. So before attempting to use your Windows installer drive, make sure that you have a backup of any data on your computer, as the Windows installer will wipe your computer's drives before it installs a clean instance of Windows. Let's try booting our USB flash drive so that we can see what Rufus has done. After the computer restarts, because Rufus has made our USB flash drive bootable, our computer will attempt to boot the installation files for Windows. However, this Windows setup will provide us with a more streamlined set of setup options, making the installation of Windows a lot faster. Finally, if for whatever reason you decide not to reinstall Windows, as long as you're at this stage, you can power down your computer and remove the USB Windows installer drive. Then when you power up your computer again, it will simply attempt to boot from your computer's main drive, loading whatever operating system that drive was originally using.